Stop saying I will do it tomorrow because tomorrow doesn't exist. The past do not exist. What exists is the present moment only. When you are in the right frequency, then your mind will automatically know what action to take. But if you don't take it, if you don't take that action as soon as possible, then that means you're still stuck to your old frequency. You're still stuck to your old self. If you want to be the highest version of yourself who will achieve your desired reality, then you need to take action as soon as possible. The one problem in this manifestation space is many people think that you don't need to take action, which is not the case because you are a physical being. You are living in this third dimensional plane. And even though this plane is an illusion, you still need to take action. You still need to physicalize your frequency in order to get that desired reality. Because whatever your desire may be, it is still present in the physical plane. If you want more money, it's still present in the physical plane. If you want love, if you want more happiness, if you want more joy, all of it, whatever you want in this life, it exists in the physical plane. So you need to take physical action in order to materialize your desired reality. But in order to take the right physical action, you need to have the right frequency. Procrastination is the biggest killer of manifestations. The moment you say, I will do it tomorrow, then you fall victim to this third dimensional plane because tomorrow doesn't exist, it is an illusion. The only thing that present is the present moment. The only thing that exists is the present moment. If you say, I will do it tomorrow, then you are giving power to the old frequency. That is you not being in your highest self at the moment. I didn't want to record this video. My mind said I will do it tomorrow, but here I am recording this video because that is not who I am. My state of consciousness will not allow it. So if you are procrastinating, then that means you're still not in the right frequency. You're still not in the right state of consciousness. Because if you were, then you will not procrastinate. You will not put off things. You will finish the task as soon as possible. But since you're procrastinating, then that means you're still not in the right state of consciousness. You still have the wrong beliefs. You still have the wrong attention. You still have the wrong identity. All of these pillars of a frequency, they are not aligned because when they are aligned, then you will take the right action at the right moment at the perfect time. This moment is perfect time. If you're watching this video and you still have unfinished tasks in your to-do list, then you're not in the right frequency. Because whatever desire you may have, whatever manifestation that you may crave, you still need to take action. If you want more love, you still need to talk to that people. You still need to talk to that person. If you want more money, you still need to take action. You might need to go to a job, you might need to do a business, whatever it may be. Action is mandatory. Think of it like a voting system, right? Every delay, every time you procrastinate, you are voting to your previous identity. You are voting for the old frequency. But every time you don't procrastinate, every time you take action, right when your intuition says so, then you are voting for the new reality. You are voting for the new frequency. And when you hesitate to take the right action, then that means you have self doubt within yourself. And when you hesitate to take action, that means you have some resistance towards that action because you feel discomfort, right? You're not comfortable with taking action. Then that means you're still stuck in old identity and you're still stuck in the old state of consciousness. And when you hesitate to take action, then that also means you have doubt within yourself. And self doubt has killed many manifestations of many people, right? And the longer you wait to take the right action, the mind will try to rationalize it, right? Your mind will say, oh my god, it's 10 p.m. Why should I take action? I can take action tomorrow. Your mind will give many excuses. The mind will come up with so many excuses, and that will seem right. That will seem rational for you. But stop giving attention to the logic of your mind because your intuition will not seem right. Your intuition will not seem logical. But you still need to take action right away. Stop giving attention, stop giving power to the rational part of your mind. The moment you get a mental nudge on what action to take, start taking those actions. The longer you wait, the more your rational mind will try to rationalize it, and it will seem illogical for you. The universe works in mysterious ways. You can't figure out the how, right? When you want a desire, when you want to achieve a desire, and when you're in the right frequency, then there are certain actions that you need to take. And the mind will provide it for you. The mind will tell you on what action to take. But when you overthink it, when you rationalize it, you feed doubt. Doubt creeps in. And when doubt creeps in, you hesitate to take action. And when you hesitate to take action, then the universe will take it as, okay, this guy is not taking action. The universe will think that, okay, he wants that desire, but when I say him to take that action, he's not taking it. Then the universe will take it as, okay, then this guy doesn't need it. The universe doesn't care what you want, it only cares about what you crave vibrationally. So when you are in the right vibration, you will take the right action, irrespective of whether it seems logical to you or not. And when you procrastinate on the action that you need to take, you indicate to the universe that, okay, I'm not ready to take action. I'm not ready for my desired reality. That is what you're saying to the universe. But when you take action, then that means you are ready for your desired reality. When you want $1 million, but if you don't take action that will lead you to those $1 million, then that says to the universe that you are not ready. And why will the universe will give you your desired reality when you're not ready? And some people will say, oh my god, I don't know what action to take. Even though they know deep down they will know what action to take. But that doesn't seem logical for them. They need a logical step-by-step explanation in order for them to take action. So they wait for clarity. But waiting for clarity is an illusion, because you will never know the full step-by-step methodology to your desired reality. You can't figure it out. You will never know the full sequence of steps that you need to take. Only when you take the right action at the right time, more steps will be noticed by you. Your intuition isn't going to give you the exact methodology. It is not going to give you the whole sequence of steps. It will only give you the first step to take. And only when you finish that first action, your intuition will come up with more things to do. The universe will give you more things to do only when you do the right action. That is your first action. When you, like, let's say you want to achieve financial freedom, then the universe will intimate you to start a business, but you will not know what business to take. Then just start out with the business that you like. Just start out the business you naturally that you naturally align with. And once you start the business, then the universe will let you know whether that business is right or not. That is how this game works. There is there is there is no perfect business, there is no perfect path, there is no perfect job, there is not a single perfect way for you to achieve a desired reality. So stop waiting for clarity in order to take action. Because deep down, you know what action to take. So what are you waiting for? If you really don't know what action to take, then just sit down, meditate on it. Just let it go. Stop trying to figure it out on what action to take. Just let it go about your day, and you will receive that mental nudge on what action to take. And once you receive it and you still don't take action, then stop blaming the universe, stop blaming anyone else, because it is your responsibility to take action. Manifestation is not about just thinking and materializing a desired reality. It doesn't work that way. You need to be aligned in all three planes of existence. There's a spiritual plane, there's a mental plane, and there's a physical plane. And you start out with the mental plane. You figure out your identity, you figure out on where your attention will flow, you figure out your beliefs, you figure out your emotions, you figure out your perception. When you figure out on what thoughts to engage with, only when you align your mental plane properly, only when you are in the right frequency, then you can start taking the right action. Now, this video is not about you being the right frequency. Check out my other videos for that. But once you know you are in the right frequency, then taking action is all you need to do in order for you to materialize the desired reality. And don't fear of you taking the wrong action. Even if you take the wrong action, you will know that you have took the wrong action. Only then you can get feedback and you can align yourself with the right order. If your mind is saying 5 things for you to do, only when you do those 5 things, you will know what is right and what is wrong. If you just sit on your ass and if you procrastinate what you need to do, then how will you know what is the right action and what is the wrong action? You will not know, you will never know it. So even taking the wrong action is beneficial. I have done so many mistakes in the past. I have tried so many business models, but I know they are not for me because I tried it. I took action and I felt like this is not for me and I pivoted. But if you don't take action on anything, if you don't take action on any business model that you think that might work, or let's say you want a relationship, right? And at first glance, you will not know what is the right person, who is the right person for you. Only when you go and talk to many people, you will find out the one that is for you. If you just sit on your ass and you just pray or you just visualize on getting a desired partner, he or she will not come. Because if you're in the right frequency, you will take the right action. If you think that, okay, action is not for me, taking action is not important, then you're still not in the right frequency. Because the right frequency will always lead to the right action. That is how the game works. But taking too much action will also sabotage you. I made a separate video on it. You can check it out. On the one end of the spectrum, we have people who say action is not important. On the other end of the spectrum, we have people who take too much action and sabotage themselves. Both lead to self-sabotage. So people who are in the other end of the spectrum, people who take too much action, they are these high achievers, they are these entrepreneurs, right? They take too much action, but they are still not getting the desired reality. Those are the people I help with. So if you're that kind of person, then you can check out the link in the description. But for the other end of the spectrum of people who think that action is not important, who doesn't take action, who procrastinate, then this video is enough for them. If you are that kind of person who procrastinates a lot, this video is for you. Because the people who are on the right frequency, they can, even if they want to procrastinate, they can't. Even if I want to procrastinate, I can't. Because I'm not in the state of consciousness who procrastinates. And for many people, intuition doesn't seem clear for them, right? They can't differ from what is intuition and what is not. So whatever your mind comes up with, take action on it. The more you take action, the more your intuition will get clearer, right? Think it of as a signal that intuition gives you. If you want the signal to be stronger and more clearer, then you need to take action right away. But whenever you procrastinate, that signal gets dimmer. That signal weakens because you're not taking action. So why would the universe will give you the right intuition? And for some people, their intuition is so clouded, it is so chaotic, their mind is so chaotic that they will never pick up the right intuition, they will never pick up the right signal. Because they are filled with distractions. They are filled with they are so focused on external stimulation. Like they keep scrolling social media, they keep consuming content that is irrelevant to the current situation, right? So if you want to take the right action, then you need the right intuition. If you want the right intuition, then you need to have the ability to get that signal, right? Your mind, your intuition will keep saying on what task to do, what action to take. But if your mind is so chaotic, if your mind cannot be still, it cannot be quiet even for a moment, then your intuition will never be heard from you. Your intuition will not get heard. So for people like that, for if you are a person who are poor, if you are a person whose mind is so chaotic that you can't differ what is intuition and what is not, then the one thing I could say is meditate. And I will give you a simple way to meditate. Just sit down, like how I am sitting down, and just close your eyes and just follow your breath. That's it. That's the whole meditation. Just follow your breath. And whenever your mind wanders away, just pull the mind back and keep focusing on your breath. The more you do this consistently every day, the more clear your intuition will be, and that will lead you to taking the right action, assuming you don't procrastinate on it. The more you put off your task, the more you procrastinate, the more your intuition gets cloudy, the more your intuition weakens. So the more your intuition weakens, the more wrong actions you need to take in order to figure out the right action. If your intuition is strong, then you will know what action to take. But if your intuition is not strong, then you need to figure out what action to take. So you need to start doing things, and you will not know whether it is a right action or the wrong action. That is how I figured out what action to take, because my mind was so chaotic that I didn't know how to differentiate between what is intuition and what is just a thought. So I just wanted to shoot this quick video because I was just so tired of people saying you can materialize your desired reality without taking action. No, you need to take action, right? You can materialize your desired reality without taking action, but there's a nuance to it, right? You need to be in a such high vibration. You need to be in a such high level of consciousness, right? Only then you can materialize your desired reality without putting thought into it. But when you're in a such high vibration, then desires don't exist. You just don't have any desires in a such high vibration state. Now, this is the state we are talking about, like Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, these enlightened beings were in that state. And this takes decades, not even decades, this takes centuries of life, right? You need to do this process in multiple lives. Like, that is out of scope, that's not the point of this video. But as for you, as for me, as beings who have desires, this is the right path to take, which is taking action. You're not some enlightened being that can materialize your desired reality with just thought. We are not in that level. So stop boosting your ego that you can do it. Your ego wants comfort. Your ego wants things to not to change. So your ego is making you believe that you can materialize your desired reality without any action, which is not the case. The moment you start taking action, that is the moment you give power to your new identity, to your new frequency. And the moment you stop doing that, and whenever you procrastinate, then that means your old identity is still present. And the more you procrastinate, the more your self-trust gets a hit, the more your confidence gets a hit. If you want to be confident, if you want the highest level of conviction, if you want the highest level of self-trust, then you need to follow up on your actions. Confidence, conviction, self-trust, all of these are very much important for you to manifest your desired reality. All of these pillars of manifestation gets a hit because you just didn't take action. And we are physical beings in this physical world. Taking action is a beautiful thing to do. Why are you here in this physical plane if you're not here to take action? So stop procrastinating, start taking action. And yeah, that's it. And I will see you in another video.